Amazon Prime reminds us that we do not own the TV shows on digital. People think that digital and streaming are the greatest things ever, but you're paying for limited rights. You probably already know you technically do not own the majority of digital content. You own on major platforms such as Steam and Amazon Prime. Instead, you're paying for rights to access that content in a lot of cases, more especially on streaming services. This week, Amazon Prime Video reiterated the point that the motion to dismiss a lawsuit over allegations of unfair competition and false advertising. According to the complaint, argued that Amazon safely reserves the right to stop users accessing content purchased to Amazon Video. In a motion dismissed, but Amazon makes the point that Prime Video serves the user explains that consumers are paying for to buy movies, TV shows, and digital content. The most relevant argument here is the players use. Presented confused that they buy it every time they buy digital content, they expressly state that owners obtain a limited license to view video content that has been purchased may become unavailable because of license restrictions and other reasons. And while I say that plaintiffs' cases that hasn't had any Prime Video content has become unavailable to date. Plaintiff claims the defendant Amazon's Prime service fee, but yep, here you go again. This is the whole thing with digital content. The whole problem. People saying that digital is so great. Oh my god, I don't have to get up, go to the store and buy a movie. I can just really say, oh look, I can just say, oh, it says I can buy a movie right now or then, or game, okay? And that's the same thing with the digital version of the PlayStation as well. I know games are basically digitized at this point. It doesn't really matter if you buy a disc or not because you still have to download the entire game because Microsoft and Sony are so they that was like one of the worst things with next gen. You had to buy it, but yep, this is the ownership matter. I couldn't re-download songs. I found a Silent Hill 2 soundtrack on the DLC because the owners of music withdrew it from sale. And the same thing with for example, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the video game that was on the 360 and PS3. They took it down. Any game that is basically has promoted as an online only, what happens if the server shut down? Okay, the game is never be able to play it again. Okay, and that's why people hate online only games. Okay, of course, I bet TF2 and Overwatch servers will be around forever for a while, but what about those games that flop? What about those games like Battleborn? That flop. No one buys them. Servers shut down. Or old PS3 games are shutting down the servers for those games. As well already. And I won't be surprised if it starts with old games. They shut down the servers for those old games. But another one is all those Wii and DS eSub games. Once you have to get a new console, you can never play those games again. You can never play or buy those games again, ever. And it's just something that it's just so weird and doesn't make any sense. You have to buy it again. There's a key doesn't need physical media and digital media. No one can come to your house and take your DVD collection away, say a movie studio no longer has a license to songs and the soundtrack and offering movies and shows on Amazon. The owners of the contents and the rights how I can access it. Yep, that's why it does matter. No, Disney's not gonna come to your house today. Give me all your Disney DVDs because you have to buy Disney Plus or else. Okay, there. And same thing with stuff on streaming services. You do not own all those movies on streaming services. Like for example, on Disney Plus, yes, all those movies are owned by Disney, so Disney can basically put all of them on there. All the movies are owned by them, basically. But stuff on Amazon are not owned by them. They only have them for free for a limited amount of time. Same thing with Netflix, same thing with all those other sites. They're paying to put those movies on there. Same thing with the movies that are not owned by Warner Brothers on HBO Max. I'm going to use an example, like Alita, that won't be on there forever because Alita is not owned by, Warner Brothers, as well. Same thing with all the other streaming services there, like stuff like Harry Potter. Harry Potter won't be on there forever, and yep, Amazon Video reminds us that we do not own all the stuff they are on there. So that's basically it. Goodbye.